Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for today's continuous discussion on Nectar of Devotion. And today we're going to go into this chapter 23. This is very interesting. After we understand all the 64 qualities of Sri Krishna, we spoke about 64 qualities of Sri Krishna, then all this. And first we start with Vaidhi Sadhana. Then we got information what is Bhava is all about. So when we come to prema, so why Krishna is the only one that can give you prema? So we just started that, and we have discussed all the 64 qualities in 8 sessions. Wow, 8 sessions, roughly 16 hours of discussion, all right, on all the 64 qualities of the Lord. And starting from today, we are starting chapter 23. Okay, this chapter 23 is Krishna's personality in the page 195. Okay, in page 195. So we're going to discuss that. So before that, let's do our invocation prayer. We offer obeisances to all spiritual master and all the Guru Varga. Without their causeless mercy, we are not here to understand, to study this thing in detail. All right, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Darati Sva Parantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutta Parakamanam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasacharistarini Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devidaitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknanatayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jvala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murta Edina Tarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pasidanta Dvanta Harine Nama Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Bhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhume Svam Nidasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhama Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubheva Paditaram Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanuste Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tatsat Namo Om Vishnupada Krishna Saputari Shmati Jaya Pataka Swami Tinamani Namacharya Padai Nitai Kripa Pradai Nigora Hare Krishna. So we continue our discussion today. So I'm grateful to Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, Charanakshmi Mataji, Saswata Prabhu and Saki, Champa Kalata Mataji, and Nanda Devi Mataji for joining us today. Today, of course, it's a public holiday in Ipoh, our Sultan's birthday. So let me see. So that's what I was thinking whether we can overshoot the time a bit or not. Give me a second. Why the thing is not running? Hey, okay. So so today, so we gathered here to discuss on this very important topic, because we understood from the 64 qualities of Krishna, the first 60 qualities, Lord Vishnu or expansions of Krishna, they have it in full, complete. All right. So the extra 4 qualities. Okay, what are the extra 4 qualities we have studied? Anyone can remember? What is the extra 4 qualities of Krishna that make him out? I mean, that to show that he is the supreme absolute enjoyer and the supreme personality, original. Yes, Prabhu, Vaishnava Prabhu. Yes,
Beauty.
Saswata. Okay.
Is surrounded by devotees all the time.
Surrounded by, yes, correct. Prema
And,
Madhurya.
yeah,
Prema,
and then it's all attractive.
all attractive.
Especially he's a player of the flute.
Yes. So what do you call that? Huh?
Player of the flute, Prabhu.
Yes. What do you call that? Venu Madhurya.
And no clue at all, Prabhu.
Okay. Now I'm just saying Venu. Venu means flute. All right. So he is Venu Madhurya. So that means he's always with the flute, right? What else? Tribanga. Tribanga, but what is the 4 extra qualities? One is Venu Madhurya. He has the flute, right? Secondly, Prabhu said he's surrounded by devotees. What do you call that? Prema Madhurya. Prema Madhurya means the love his devotees have for him, and especially in the residents of Vrindavan. Okay. What other 2? And Prabhu said beautiful, right? Beautiful. What do you call the beauty? Rupa Madhurya. Okay, maybe later I'll share in the group. Okay. Rupa Madhurya. That means his incomparable beauty. Number 3. And what is number 4?
Ultimate Leela, Prabhu.
Yes, very good. Wonderful. Leela. All right. Because his wonderful pastimes. We call it as Leela Madhurya. So these 4 things extra is the one that once we can master it, all right, once we can delve deep into it, that is when we stay out from bhava into prema. This bhava bhakti or ecstatic love, it is available in all other Vishnu tattvas. You know, like for instance, what is his name? When Bali Maharaj saw Vamana, he was in bhava, ecstasy, right? And who's the small boy? Dhruva Maharaj. When he saw Lord Narayana, he doesn't want anything. All right, like Pragalad, he went against the father. Why? He has no fear, because the spontaneous love, bhava, is there. But the prema only can be with Krishna. Prema. Okay. So that's the thing. So now after we understand all that 64 qualities of Krishna, now we're going to go into that Krishna's personality. So what is that? Oh, sorry. Okay. Krishna's personality. In this Krishna's personality, we are talking about on that distinct. So it's a short chapter. It's around 5-6 pages. And let's see whether we can do it quickly or not. Of course, we are not rushing. Okay. Right. So now today we are going at 23rd, chapter 23, in the page 195. Nitya Guno Vanamali Yat Api Shikamanir Ashesha Netranang Netranam Bhaktapekshinam Ashya Trividatvam Likyate Tadapi Harir Purna Tama Purna Tara Purna Iti Trida Shreshta Madhyadibihi Shabdair Natyeya Paripatyate. So here, Rupa Goswami is making a statement. All right. What he's saying? He's saying that although Lord Krishna is the reservoir of unlimited pleasure, okay, so Lord Krishna is the reservoir. He is the one that everything emanates from him. All the incarnation in Srimad Bhagavatam, we studied that Iti Jamsa Kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Even there's a plenary portion and the portion of the plenary portion, but still Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Iti Jamsa Kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Swayam Bhagavan. The original person. Other side is expansion. So like that, Krishna is the one that has a reservoir of unlimited pleasure. All the pleasure potency that he has the reservoir. Reservoir means what? Like a dam, like a big place of water, reservoir. Okay. And not only that, and he's the greatest leader of all. Okay, he's the great leader because he's the only one, he's the original. But still, he is dependent upon his devotee in 3 ways. Please underline this statement. Even he is great. He is the source of all incarnation. He is the one that owns all the reservoir, all the pleasure potency. He is the owner. But still is depending on devotee. Can you imagine? Right? Still is dependent upon devotee in 3 ways. 3 ways is dependent. Okay? How? So now, according to emotional status of the devotee, okay, according to the emotional status of the devotee, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is appreciated in 3 ways: as the most perfect, number 2, as very perfect, and number 3 is as perfect. Okay, appreciated in this way. Number 1, as the most perfect, very perfect, and perfect. So how the thing is appreciated? It's appreciated according to the emotional status of the devotee. All right, according to emotional. That is why all of us have our personal relationship with Krishna. We cannot generalize. Okay, like one person who don't seems to be like engaging, but his attachment in bhava is very high. Some people will once they get this kind of ecstasy, they like to stay in the temple and serve. Some become brahmachari. Some, out of this great ecstasy, they can't take this worldly life anymore. They can even they renounce everything in the world and they become sannyasi. So as what Prabhupada is, Rupa Goswami is mentioning, very important. According to the emotional. So according here, the word according to the emotional status of the devotee. Right? So now we're going to discuss this now. Prakashita kila guna. Smrta purna tamo buddhai. Asarva vyanjaka purnatara purnolpa darshaka. Quoting in Southern Ocean, first wave, text 222. When he says, when he exhibit himself in fullness, all right? When he show his full potency, who appreciate? The one appreciated by great learned scholars as the most perfect. Okay? Who the great learned scholars appreciated him as the most perfect. Okay? Purna tara purna alpa darshaka. Purna, complete. All right? So prakashita kila guna. Smarta purna tamo buddhai. So it's considered like that. So when he exhibits himself in a lesser degree, example, when he starts to show him lesser degree, he's called very perfect. Okay? But when he exhibits still less, he's still called perfect. So in other words, doesn't matter in whatever way Krishna show himself, he is always appreciated in the 3 degrees of perfection. Okay? Krishnasya purnatamata vyaktabud gokulantare purnatarata dvaraka maduradishu. Krishnasya purnatamata vyaktabud gokulantare purnatarata dvaraka maduradishu. Okay, in text 223, what he says? These 3 degrees of perfection are exhibited as follows. How? When he is in Goloka, Vrindavan, all right, his transcendental qualities exhibited to be the most perfect. The qualities of Krishna is the most perfect. All right. When he is in Mathura, he exhibits qualities very perfect. But when he is in Dwaraka, he exhibits his quality as perfect. So can you see here the difference? All right. In Goloka Vrindavan, He is along with his devotees happily dancing and singing. Every walk in Vrindavan, in Goloka Vrindavan, I'm not sure whether I've shared the video or not. I think, yes, I did, from Pran Govinda Prabhu. That he was explaining about Goloka Vrindavan. He said, every speech in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan is a song. They don't talk like us. They sing. They sing to each other. Every walk in the this thing, it is a dance. So every walk is a dance and every speech is a song. All right. Everybody is in great ecstatic. The real pure nectarian pleasure, it is exhibited 100% there. And everyone is in great ecstasy. Not ecstasy, great love, prema. Until they don't even recognize Krishna as a supreme personality. If you go there, you tell any of them Krishna is God, they'll say you're crazy. And even if you can convince them that Krishna is God, they will just turn back and say, who cares? I'm not bothered. And if you go there and say, no, you must worship Krishna in awe and reverence, they ask you to go and fly kite. All right? Because they don't know any of these things. They only know Krishna as the person that exhibit himself right in front of their eyes. There's no rules and regulation. You know, when Krishna was having a headache, when Narada Muni asked for a dust, the gopis showed their leg and said, take it. And they say, you go to hell. He said, I don't care. Now, as long Krishna is happy, I'm fine. I don't care about hell or heaven. When Brahma created the eyelid, we studied yesterday. They even curse Brahma, say you are a fool for creating an eyelid. Why? Why they need to do that? You know, because they don't care. There's nothing can stop them. Anything that hinders their service to Krishna, they will get mad. When the time comes, like yesterday, we also studied about the gopis will be telling Krishna, right? You know, we are still very chaste women. We are very attached to our husband and children. But when you start to play on your flute, on your note, you can even shake our chastity. We give up our husband, we give up everything, we run after you. But before that, we only keep it in our mind. Yes or not? We studied that yesterday. So we keep it in our mind. You know, they were just having a paramour, romantic fantasy. They were having a romantic fantasy, kissing and hugging Krishna in their mind. But of course, they are married. All right? So they don't dare to perform it because, of course, they are married chaste women. Because outwardly, you can control. But inwardly, in their thinking, you can't control anybody. They can think anything. But what happened? But they say when you start to play on your flute, we all drop everything, we'll run after you. We don't care about chastity, we don't care about anything, we just simply want you badly. So what I'm saying is, this is how the thing in Goloka Vrindavan. But how about in Mathura? In Mathura, he is exhibiting his childhood pastime. That means there is a limit. In Vrindavan, unlimited. But he further limit himself as a child, as a baby, as a naughty child in Mathura, as the son of Nanda Maharaj, Yasoda Mai, Yasoda Nandan. So is this thing. Then after that, when he goes to Dwaraka, what he did? In Dwaraka, he was acting like a king. There he never exhibit his prema rupa. He never exhibit his childhood rupa. But there, he acted as a king. So there was a limiting himself. So that's why he's the perfect. But doesn't matter, Mathura, Dwaraka, or Vrindavan. Everything.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
The children will not go away.
Huh?
Fly.
What is it, Prabhu?
Oh, sorry, Babu. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. So now, let's continue. Sa puna chaturvida. Syad diro datascha. No, sa puna chaturvida. Syad diro datascha. Diras lalitascha. Dira prashanta. Nama tataiva. Diro data katitaha. So Krishna's personalities analysis Diro Datta, Dira Lalita, and Dira Prasanta, and Diro Datta. Okay? So please underline these words. So first Krishna's personality is analyzed. So now we are analyzing Krishna's. Can you imagine we as a mortal, and we are sitting here and analyzing Krishna's personality. That is how the acharyas are great. How they can analyze, because they have seen it personally by themselves. All right. So how the analysis? Number one, we're going to discuss on Dhiro Datta. Then second is Dhira Lalita. Third is Dhira Prashanta. And last is Dhiro Datta. Dhiro Datta. Okay. Dhiro Datta. All right. Why is divided into two or four? Sa punas chatur. Chatur means four. Yes. Four qualities. Dhiro Dattas cha Dhira Lalita. First is Dhiro Dattas, Dhira Lalitas, Dhira Prashanta, Nama Tataiva, Dhiro Datta Katita. All right. Okay, anyway, let's look at this. So now, let's look at that first one. Bahu Vidda, Guna Kriyanam, Ashpada, Bhutasya, Patmanabhasya, Tattala, Leela Beda, Virudyate, Nahi Chatur Vidaha. All right. So what it says here, if one asks, how a personality can be beheld in four opposing ways. Okay, that means the four qualities we are talking about: Dhiro Datta, Dhira Lalita, Dhira Prasanta, and Dhiro Datta. All these things are beheld as four opposing ways. Okay, we understand that now. But now let's look at this. If one asks how this personality can be held, can be kept in four quiet opposing ways. How? So the answer is that Lord is the reservoir of all transcendental qualities and activities. Because he's the reservoir of all transcendental qualities and activities. So he can do anything. Therefore, his different aspects can be analyzed according to the exhibition. How? Of his limitless varieties of pastime, and as there's such, there's no contradiction. Right? So limitless varieties of pastimes. Okay. So now we must understand why we should study these books carefully. Okay. Now, let me show you. When we study Prabhupada's book, usually the word here, all right, we understand as unlimited. Okay. Okay. So unlimited qualities, unlimited beauty. Yes or not? But here it says limitless. All right. Exhibit is limitless. Analyze exhibition of his limitless variety of pastime. All right. So limitless. So that's why when we are studying carefully, because in fact, why I'm telling you this, when I suddenly saw, I just saw limit. I didn't see the word less. I was wondering why I think there's a mistake in this book, in this proposed, because thinking, suddenly when I saw like this, it can be analyzed according to the exhibition of his limited variety of pastimes. In a glance, it looks like limited. I was wondering, what is this? Then when I read back, then I start to understand limitless. Because usually in Prabhupada's book, we only understand as unlimited potency. We only study about unlimited potency, all right, unlimited activity. We hardly see the word limitless. That's why studying Prabhupada, studying the book, we have to be very careful. It is not like studying a novel or studying any other mundane books. When you study novel, we just need to open the book, we read. It's just like we can visualize the thing in front of us in like a movie. All right, the word will turn into a character. But here we are studying the Vedas. That's why the Veda says thoroughly, carefully, and scrutinizingly. So thoroughly means we have to read every word without missing anything. And we are reading it carefully. That means we are identifying each and every sentence. Then scrutinizingly means what is behind the word and what is that expression Prabhupada or Rupa Goswami is trying to explain. We are trying to understand. How? What is mentioned up there, say the first paragraph, it's mentioned. The first paragraph meaning is explained in the second paragraph. Are you all following me? Am I confusing you? Am I confusing? If you're confused, please ask me.
Come again, Prabhu.
Okay, good. Now like this, say, all right, okay, now let's look at this example here. So first, we understand Rupa Goswami is telling that Lord is unlimited pleasure. He has unlimited pleasure. Yes or not, Prabhu?
Yeah.
But he's dependent on his devotee. How? According to the emotional status of the devotee. How? In three ways. Number one is most perfect, perfect, and as perfect. Okay, so far so good?
Good, good, Prabhu.
Right. Now, what is that most perfect, very perfect, and perfect? So
Good,
perfect,
good. That also okay. Only the other one, Prabhu.
correct. I understand. This I'm coming there.
Okay.
So perfect is thing. So how to understand this thing? So we understand the most perfect is what? It is Goloka's pastime. Okay. Most perfect is Madhura pastime. And perfect is Dwaraka pastime. Okay.
Good, Prabhu.
All right. But here, another word that we should consider here is this. Okay. So the word is here. Okay. Another word that is mentioned here is this one. What it says, the reserve of unlimited, according to the emotion status of a devotee.
Okay, okay.
So what we can understand that. So the emotional status of devotee, that means the pastime in Goloka with his pure devotees. And here is Madhura. It is association, the devotee who has that parental relationship. And the devotee in Dwaraka as the king and the Vrishini.
Yeah, majestic, Prabhu.
All right. So what we understand here, when we see, okay, now the question is like this. So now we understand from this first paragraph. In this first paragraph, it's mentioned like this. All right. So of what is mentioned in the first paragraph, it is further explained, it's further expanded in this paragraph. So this is what we are saying about studying scrutinizingly. Like when you
Yeah.
look at any other book, when you look at the first paragraph, done. Go to the next paragraph, done. Go to the third paragraph, done. But here in this, in Vedas, the first paragraph is related to the second paragraph. Right?
Yeah.
And then the second paragraph is related to the third paragraph, like that.
Yeah, very good.
Now, this book, say, okay, example, I'll give you another example. Right. So now, this statement is mentioned here, is expanded here. So what it says, he exhibits himself as fullness. Okay, how it's appreciated? By great learned scholars. So the great learned scholars, we can understand, they usually end up in, maybe in Goloka Vrindavan. Most perfect, right? And the exhibit himself, less degree is called very perfect. That means according to the understanding of a devotee. So what is mentioned here about devotee is explained in this second paragraph. Okay. And now, what is in this second paragraph is further explained in the third paragraph. How? According to the degrees of perfection. So we understand degrees of perfection means what? What perfection of what? So perfection of our devotional service to Krishna. So if you can come to the level of the most perfect stage of devotion to Krishna, when you can achieve prema bhakti. If you can achieve prema bhakti, where do you end up? You end up in Goloka. Right? Other than that, if you have to the level of bhava, ecstatic rupanuga, spontaneous, how? When baby cries, immediately go and tend to them. You know, when the baby runs, when the child runs, we immediately run behind. Right? Maybe we might be drinking some beverages like milk or something like that. Suddenly, when we see a child, we just immediately drop everything, we run. Spontaneous. It's all under bhava. Where we end up in Mathura. But if you think you still have that awe and reverence, Bhaya Bhakti, awe and reverence, you end up in Dwaraka. You got it, Prabhu? So this is all called the three perfectional degree, the 3 degrees of perfection. See how
Good.
it's quoted. Yes, Prabhu?
Oh, good, Prabhu.
All right. So then after that, after we understand this first half of this thing, so now we are coming to the next one. We are coming to the next one about studying about Krishna's personality. And what is the personality? It has how many? It has 4. Chatur Vida. It has 4. And what are they? Dhiro Datta, Dhira Lalita, Dhira Prashanta, and Dhiro Datta. So Dhiro Datta Katita, the last one. So we have 4. So now it's explaining further. So now what we have read in the first, see, I dropped a line here. The first half here, right? And now there's the first half done. Now we're going to go to the next one. Then after that, you come to the conclusion. Why I'm telling you this? This is how we're going to study Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam, the first and the second, the first explanation, further narration. Done. The next one, further narration. Then after that, all these 2 things will be combined. All right? It is just like manufacturing a car. One company will manufacture engine and gearbox. Another company will manufacture the tire. Another company will manufacture the seat. So then after all the perfect every manufacturing at QC, quality control, we check everything accordingly. Then all will be brought to one factory and assembled. And we'll have a final quality control like that. So why I'm telling you this, that is why we should be very careful with the word that we read. Okay, like for instance, like just now, 3 degrees of perfection. So when we scrutinizing, we study about the 3 degrees of perfection, right? What is the 3 degrees of perfection? What perfection? Devotee's perfection. We understand that. So now when we study that, when we start to appreciate what we study, now we should ask ourselves, do I still have awe and reverence for Krishna? If you have, where will you going to end up? Dwaraka. If you have this kind of a spontaneous feeling for Krishna, where are you going to end up? Mathura. If you have a prema, if you have no rules and regulation, all right, where are you going to end up? In Goloka. Okay, that is our goal. Goloka is our goal. But of course, if you're going to end up in Madhura Dwaraka, is there any mistake? No mistake. But in my humble opinion, anything below Dwaraka, below that, in Vaikuntha planet is definitely a big NO for me. If I were to given a chance, of course, Krishna, I mean, I'm just saying, if I were given a chance even to end up in any Vaikuntha Loka, I'd rather come back to this material world and start all over again. Right? A story of Gopakumar. He was so much attached to Krishna, but somehow or other he ended up in Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha, he saw all the thousands of Vishnus, Swarupa Siddhi. That means all the people who get liberated to Vaikuntha Loka, they have a same form like Krishna. It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. You go there, you will have a same form like me. That means you have 4-handed form, and all the Matajis, all the gopis, they're all Lakshmis. And the Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana will be standing there, and they do an opulent prayer. Kaushalya Supraja Rama Purva Sangya Prabhatate. They do all opulent Purusha Shukta. Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha. They do all this opulent prayer. Then he went there. He's asking. Then he went and straight went to the Lord and says, hey, why you look like this? Come, let's play. When he said that, all the devotees were shocked. How could you say that to Krishna? How can you say that to Lord Narayana? The Lord Narayana? I said, no. Hey, you're supposed to be my friend, right? I want to play with you. Come, let's play. And everybody even. Then Narada Muni caught him and said, no. I think you're in a wrong place. The Vishnu Dutta said, no, you're in a wrong place. No, I want to go to the place where I want to play with Krishna. Who is this guy standing there and asking to come? He doesn't want to come, and people are getting very angry. Oh, this is the place of Vaikuntha, awe and reverence. Then they said, they said, okay, then what should I do now? You have to go back to this planet Earth again, born again, and go to the level of prema that you can. He said, yes, I will rather go back. I'll rather go back to the material world. And you see, that's why we are under this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Under this Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, our goal is Goloka Vrindavan only. First choice. Second choice, Dwaraka, Madura Puri. Third choice, Dwaraka Jagannath Puri. That's it. Are you okay, Vaishnav Prabhu? Right. Okay. So that is the That is the ultimate goal. And that's why, who come down to train us? Who came down to train us? The Rupa Goswami, all the Manjaris, Rupa Manjari, Kamala Manjari, all our Parambara, Guru Parambara, all from the Manjari. When you look at Sri Vaishnava, what they have, who come down? First, Mother Mahalakshmi, because that's why I call Sri Vaishnava. But who comes down to teach? Okay, Ramanuja. Who's Ramanuja? Ramanuja, Srila Ramanujacharya is none other than the chakra, Sudarshan chakra of Krishna, of Vishnu. He's there watching. So he come there. So the thing like Sudarshan chakra, the Sangh, Shank, all the ornaments and Ananda Shesha come down and start to expand their parampara. I think in their parampara is Ananda Shesha. Someone is Ananda Shesha. All right, one of the Acharya is actually Ananda Shesha. So they have that kind of Vishnu Tattva to come down, and because their mood is Vaikuntha Loka. Even they pray to Krishna, they only pray to Krishna alone. But they go one step further, they only worship Rukmani Krishna or Satyabhama Krishna, Sri Devi, Bhu Devi Krishna. They cannot even think about going beyond Dwaraka. Right? So when you talk about Vishnu, I mean, Kumara Sampradaya, Nimbarka Swami Tacharya. They are always in Pushti mark. What they do? They in the mood of worshipping Krishna as a baby. Their deity is baby. They worship Krishna with milk bottle. You know that milk bottle? All right. And they always take the Krishna, you know, they like to sing lullaby and put them to Krishna and put them to sleep. And next day they wake up, they start to sing slowly. They don't speak very loudly in the house thinking the baby will awake. You know, there's Pushti mark. Pushti mark. Okay, I'm not sure about Vishnu, I mean, Rudra Sampradaya, because it looks like their parampara is lost. So anyway, so this is how. So who will become the acharyas? Maybe like Yashoda Mai or some gopis, the nurses, like Putana. You know, the Putana who tried to kill Krishna through the breast milk. She has already liberated and she's in eternally serving Krishna as one of the nurse. So like that kind of people will come and create that sampradaya. But our sampradaya is what? Our sampradaya is all from this thing. That's why we do not actually follow this kind of smarta. Everything we do, yagya. Everything we do, yagya, everything. No, because we have what our actual yagya is Harinam Sankirtan. Why we do not want to compromise other than Harinam Sankirtan? Why? Because that Harinam can take you to that place of Goloka Vrindavan. We do not need to sit and meditate and torture our body with all this kind of rules and regulation. We simply chant Hare Krishna in an offensive way. And you go on chanting Hare Krishna in an offensive way. What is the offense of chanting? 10 offenses. Blaspheming devotee, this and that. And what is that mother of all offense? When we chant unattentively. When we chant the 10th offense, when we chant inattentively. Gavanam illama chant mandradhu. If you chant without attention, we may make mistake. We may make all the 9 mistakes. The below above 9 mistakes. Because we are not paying attention. Why we need to pay attention? That's when you can start to feel the rasa. I can give you the best meal on earth. I can get the best Vaishnava chef, world renowned, say like Kurmadas, Prabhupada disciple. Right? I call him. I bring him over here. And I say, Prabhuji, please make a big feast. 16 items, 16 vagai. 16 items of feast. And I put a big banana leaf. And I give you all the 16 items. But on that day, if you are very hungry, you just go in and sit down and just simply take and palm whack. You didn't pay attention to the food. All right? But what you're supposed to do, you should enjoy every morsel. This preparation got ghee. This preparation got paneer. This preparation got, what they call? You know that rose water preparation. This drink is made of rose water. This drink is made of honey. But what happened if you just go there, simply take and gulp, 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 and what did you eat? How was the honey milk? Honey milk? Was there honey milk? What is the point? Right? So that's why I'm telling. So we should pay attention to everything. If you're not attentive, just like the 16 item by Kurmadas, you will not appreciate it because you didn't realize, because you're not paying attention. That's why attentiveness is very, 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 very important. So when chant Hare Krishna with full attention, all right? But the problem is, I can't attend. It's okay. Chant offensively, but go on chanting. I cannot give up eating beef. I cannot give up eating, drinking alcohol. I cannot. It's okay. Go ahead. Drink your beef, eat your pork, eat whatever nonsense you want to eat. Go ahead and eat. Go and drink whatever nonsense you want to drink. Go ahead. But chant Hare Krishna. But later, when you start to chant with offense, then after that, you come to the second level of Namabas. What is Namabas? Namabas means you are clearing the offense. You chant Hare Krishna, suddenly you feel like giving up meat. You chant Hare Krishna, suddenly you feel like giving up alcohol. You chant Hare Krishna, suddenly you become a vegetarian. That means clearing. It's clearing of your offenses, Namabas. Then slowly, even you go to the level of Namabas Japa, you can even go to the core of the universe. You can even go to live with Brahma in Brahmaloka. Can you imagine the power? Right? Then you go on chanting with Namabas, then slowly you'll come to Suddhanam, pure name. And that's when you can start to experience this kind of ecstatic bhava, prema. Your body, all the hair in your body will start standing. Your throat will be choking. You know? And you start to burst in crying. The tears will start to flow. You know? Like that. That is the ultimate thing. Then how to do it? That's why Siksha Murta Krishna Mina, Lord Chaitanya says, first is you have to clean up your mirror of your heart. Your mirror is so polluted, so dusty. So it's offensive. When you chant, Namabas means clearing. Then after that, he say, in order to chant Hare Krishna, you have to chant with all the, if you want to achieve the highest position of prema, you don't allow any kind of emotion to come into you. You don't allow the emotion of anger, emotion of frustration, emotion of lust, emotion of excitement, emotion of even happiness. Don't let anything come to you. Feel your entire emotion with Suddhanam. Feel it in Suddhanam. Don't keep any emotion. Don't keep happiness. Don't keep bliss. Don't keep anger. Don't keep frustration. Don't keep your identification. I am this, I am that. Why we understand that? In order to achieve perfection in japa, we have to chant as humble as a grass, as tolerant as a tree. When people come and praise you, oh, this, you are great personality, you are this, you are that, aho. You just tolerate. At the same time, when people come and say, you are a fool, this place is just talk only big, he's a bloody fool, you know, this and that, you tolerate. When people come and step on your head, tolerate. Example, Jada Bharat. So when you don't allow any emotion to stay in you, that's when you can feel the Shuddhana. So once you feel that, then how we can go there? Continuous practice. Don't stop. Go on chanting your prescribed round. Minimum 16. But don't stay in 16 if possible. Try to go more. You know? So when we start to understand all these things, so we know where we're going to end up. Either Dwaraka, Mathura, and Goloka. Here, if you notice, the word Vaikunta is not even mentioned. Because from Krishna, Krishna himself with Radharani telling you this, they are revealing open secret. And that open secret, according to the level of your understanding through your perfection. This is the word that we should understand. According level of perfection. We must remember that. That's why studying the Vedas, because there is a direct, indirect meaning, we should study it scrutinizingly, word by word, without compromising, without this thing. Because that's why it says, The Shastra is our journey. It is not a race. You know, some people ask, you took, like that day somebody asked me, no, I mean, not that is earlier. You took Nectar of Devotion, the first 2 paragraphs. Remember how long we took, right? We took 3 days, 6 hours of discussion just on that 2 small paragraph. So that's what we are saying. All right. So you all understand, Prabhu? That's why we say we have to be very careful. Okay, that's why he says if one asks you how the personality can be held 4 opposing way, why? How? One person got 4 different character. Why? Because he is the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. He can do anything he wants. All right. So his different aspect can be analyzed according to what? Exhibition. Exhibition means what? The way that he shows himself to you. And he shows you through what? Through the unlimited varieties or limitless varieties of pastimes. So that means what we understand. Studying the pastime is very important, my dear Prabhus and mothers. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam is the king of all Purana. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, from the first until the 10th canto is exactly 100% Krishna's pastime. And canto 11, Vidura, again I forget the word. Uddhava and Krishna. Krishna will be explaining the ecstatic love, Uddhava. And canto 12, the warning, Kali Yuga, what's going to happen. Then first you see all the pastime. Then after that, you see the Krishna's instruction. Then the 12th canto, the symptoms of Kali Yuga, what's going to happen, this and that. Okay, now I have to seriously enter into Bhakti. Yes. What Bhakti? Vaidhi? Okay, Vaidhi is there lah. Okay lah, fair enough. Vaidhi is there.
நான் கிளாஸ் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்கேன் மத்தது
நீங்க கட் பண்ணுவீங்க நான் வரேன்.
ஒண்ணு இருக்காரு
So the Vaidhi, the rules and regulation, Vaidhi sadhana. Then after Vaidhi sadhana, yes. Then what is the next level? After finish, then we go to Chaitanya Charitamrita. There, the secret of the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explained. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. All right, all these things. So anyway, so this is how we should be careful in what we read. Even when your own reading. Don't use pen to scratch a book. Don't highlight. Don't use highlighter on your book. Because this book is reservoir of pleasure. If you're going to highlight on your book, you are limiting your understanding. Because maybe the next sentence has a very deep meaning. But on that particular reading, you could understand the first sentence you highlighted. But next day, after a few years later, when you read back, there's something strong statement on the next sentence. But when you open the book, because you have highlighted, your eyes will attract to that. Never use highlighter. I don't know why they created highlighter, because I used to use highlighter. But later when I start to realize, oh my God, my book is spoiled. I got a limited edition of Chaitanya Charitamrita. The entire edition in one book, this big, huge. But the first page I've highlighted, wasted it, I'm regretting it. Whenever I open the book, when I see that, I feel so much of regret. Never highlight, use a pencil. Use a pencil, create understanding. After a few words, whenever you have some understanding, please write it down in a book. Okay, what do I understand from this? You're not trying to be a scholar or trying to show off your scholarship. We are studying this for our own relishment, and through that relishment, we get nourished. When we become nourished, what happens? All the disease of this material condition start to leave us. Right? When we feel sick, we take the medicine. Then we take vitamins, we take good food. We get nourished. So what happens when we become nourished? All the disease will go away. So that's the thing. So please don't highlight. Please use a pencil to mark. All right? So now we go to the next one. The first topic.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, before you go, Hare Krishna Prabhu, before you go further on, I want to ask you, Prabhu, இப்போ வந்து கிருஷ்ணோட பர்சனல் ஐட்டம்ஸ் லைக் குண்டலம் வேணும் ஃபேடருக்கெல்லாம் கண்டிப்பா நேம் இருக்கும். அதை எப்படி ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணிருக்கோங்க? என்ன வேர்டிங் வச்சு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணுது கூகுள்ல?
Krishna's Paraphernalia's name போடுங்க.
Can you நீங்க எப்பவுமே எனக்கு பர்சனலா அனுப்பி விட்டீங்க பிரபு?
Yeah. The names of paraphernalia. Can.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, now it's 10:10. Shall we just take a short break now? All right, because before we start, Rajina Mataji is here. Hare Krishna, welcome. So now it's 10:10. We just take a 2 minutes break. Okay. So we're going to do a bit extra longer. So we just take our break. Okay, Hare Krishna. Take a short break, 2 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, now we go to the next topic. The first topic of this personality of Krishna. We are trying to analyze Krishna's personality. All right. So tatra dirodata gambiro. I better use silent. Tatra dirodata gambiro vinayi shanta karuna shuhirdo vrataha akattano guda garvo dirodata su sattva brit. Quoting in second, what they call Southern Ocean, first wave, text 226. So now let's look at dirodata. What is dirodata means? Dirodata, please underline in your book. The dirodata person is the who naturally very grave, gentle, forgiving, merciful, determined, humble, highly qualified, chivalrous, and physically attractive. So dirodata. Dira means body. All right. Dira means body. So dirodata means the person who naturally have this grave, very grave. I mean, it doesn't like, he's like don't play a full of grave. At the same time, very gentle, very forgiving, merciful, determined. He's very determined. At the same time, he's very humble, all right, and very highly qualified, chivalrous, that means brave, and physically attractive. So yata, quoting Veram Manya Mada. Right. Veram Manya Mada Prahari Asitam Daureyam Artodratau Nirvyuddha Vratam Unnata Shiti Daruddarena Dira Kritim Maya Uchai Krita Kil Bishapi Maduram Stutya Muhur Yatritam Preksha Tvam Mama Durvitarkya Hirdayam Dirgischana Spandate. In this connection, the following statement given by Indra. Indra is giving this what they call this quote. Okay, he's quoting from Indra. Yata means quoting. Okay, who is Indra? The king of heaven. All right, it's very significant. He says, "My dear Lord, I admit that I have committed great offenses unto you, but I cannot express my feeling of regret." But I cannot express. Why? Because being bewildered at seeing your extraordinary chivalrous spirit, your endeavor to protect your devotees, your determination, your steadiness in lifting the great hill of Govardhan, your beautiful bodily features, and your astonishing characteristic of being pleased of what? Astonishing characteristic. Now, please underline this statement, this word. Astonishing characteristic. That what? Being pleased simply by accepting the prayers of your devotee and also offenders. So, Krishna will be very easily pleased to accept the prayer of the devotee and even if he's an offender. Okay? So, that is what? One of the qualities of Krishna. Gambiratvadi samanya guna yat iha kirtita yat tat eteshu tadakya pratipadana hetava. Idam hi diro dattatvam purvai proktam ragudvahe tat bhaktanu saranena tata krishne vilokyate. So it's quoted in two places, one text 28 and 228 and 229. So it says, King of Heaven Indra. Okay. So Indra is continuing. It's an exact corroboration of Krishna. All right. The above statement of King of Heaven is an exact corroboration of Krishna's being Dhirodatta. So this is the qualities of Dhirodatta. Many learned scholars have agreed to also accept Lord Ramachandra as Dhirodatta. Even Lord Ramachandra, who have accepted? Many learned scholars. Not ordinary Tom, Dick, and Harry or the guy at a coffee stall. But all of Lord Ramachandra quality are also included in the characteristic of Krishna. So all the quality of Ramachandra is also fine in Krishna. So now the second quality, Dhira Lalita. Vidagdo Nava, Tarunya, Parihasa Visharada, Nischintyo Dhira Lalita, Syat Prayaha, Prayasi Vashaha. So now what is Dhira Lalita? A person called Dhira Lalita, if he naturally very funny, always in full youthfulness, expert in joking, is an expert joker, expert in joking, and free from all anxieties. So these are the people called as Dhirodatta, generally found to be domestically and very submissive to his lover. Okay, found to be domesticated. That means he's always he stay in his locality and he's very submissive to his lover. Okay, he's a great lover. So, quoting, Vacha Shuticha Sarvari, Ratikala, Pragalbyaya Radhikam. Right? Vacha Suchita Sarvari, Ratikala, Pragalbyaya Radhikam. Vrida Kunchita Lochanam, Virachayannagre, Sakinam Asau. Tat Vaksho Ruha, Chitrakeli Makari, Panditya Param Gataha, Kaishoram Sapali Karoti, Kalayan Kunje Viharam Harihi. So now it says, the Dhira Lalita trait in personality of Krishna is described in Yagna Patni. Okay, Yagya Patni, the wife of the Brahmanas who are performing sacrifice in Vrindavan. So what is Yagya? Yagya means who perform Yagya. Brahmana got another name also called Yagya. So the wife of, that means they are, Patni means wife. So wife of the Brahmana who are performing sacrifice in Vrindavan. She tells her friend, one day, Srimati accompanied by her associate, by taking rest in her garden. At that time, Lord Krishna arrived in that assembly. What assembly? When assembly means what? It's a place where many people are there. And who are the people? Radharani's associate. So what Radharani doing? Radharani went to this garden, her garden, a park under the tree, associate with all associates, like all the Manjaris, Sakis. All right, she went there and she was taking a rest. At that time, Krishna arrived at that assembly. Okay, then he did what he did. After sitting down, he began to narrate very impudently about his previous night pastime with Radharani. So when he went there, in front of everyone, he just simply sit there and without any restriction, you know, sometimes the romantic feeling is supposed to be secret, right? But he openly, impudently started to talk about his previous night, what he did with Radharani. While he was speaking in that way, Radharani became very embarrassed. She became embarrassed. You know, can you imagine going around telling your loving pastime with your wife in front of everyone? You know, she feel embarrassed. So then what happened? She was feeling ashamed and was absorbed in thought. Okay, absorbed in thought. So first she was feeling ashamed, and secondly she absorbed in the thought. Oh yeah, all these things happen, this and that. So now at that moment, what happened? Krishna took the opportunity at that cycle gap, the opportunity. What he did? To mark her breast with different kinds of tilak. All right. So immediately when she started to think something else, immediately he went in and he marked her breast with different kinds of tilak. Tilak. So now Krishna proved himself to be very expert in that art. Anyway, in this way, Krishna is known as Dhira Lalita. Okay, why? Because he was enjoying his youthful proclivities in the company of the gopis. Right? So anyway, Govinda Prakatam Dhira Lalitatvam Pradarshate Udaharanti Natya Jana Natyanya Prayotra Makara Vajam. Okay. Now another thing is, generally, that means not referring to Krishna, but generally, those who are expert in writing drama, those who are good in making drama, All right. Choose to call Cupid as the idol Dhira Lalita. Okay, because when you in drama, sometimes there'll be like loving and all these kind of things, right? So they always like to choose to call Cupid Madan. All right, they like to call Cupid Madan to become the ideal Dhira Lalita. But we can even see more perfectly fine the person of Krishna and all the characteristic as Dhira Lalita. So Krishna seems to be perfect than Cupid. Now, let's look at the next one. Dhira Shanta. Shama Prakritika. Klesha Sahanascha Vivechaka. Vinayadi Gunopeta. Dhira Shanta Udiryate. So Dhira Prashanta. Okay, Dhira Prashanta means what? A person very peaceful, forbearing, considerate, and obliging is called Dhira Prashanta. Okay, Prashanta. Okay, now quoting from Vinaya Madura Murtir Mantara Snigdataro Vachana Patima Bangi Shuchita Shesha Nitihi Abhidaddat Iha Dharmam Dharma Putro Pakante Dvija Patir Iva Shakshat Prekshyati Kangsha Vairi. So now this Dhira Prashanta trait of Krishna was exhibited in his dealing with Pandavas. All right. So when we understand the dealings with Pandavas, Krishna showed Dhira Prashanta. On the account of Pandavas' faithful devotion to Lord, he agreed to become their charioteer. He came bring down. See, being a charioteer is not a joke. You know why? When a person rides the chariot, and behind the warrior releasing arrow, shooting here, shooting there. He cannot tell the charioteer, go left, right, left, right. He cannot say that. How he instruct the charioteer? By kicking his back. When the warrior kick on your left hand side, you pull the chariot to the left. Then when the warrior kick on your right hand side, you bring the chariot to the right. So in other words, being a charioteer, you get kicked. Right? That's why when Dronacharya was asked to become a charioteer for Karna during that Pandava in the Mahabharata, the war, Duryodhana, what do they call this? What is his name? Oh yeah, I just mentioned. What's the Guru's name? Dronacharya. Dronacharya became very offended. First of all, last time he rejected Karna because he's a son of a chariot rider. Charioteer. Okay, he cannot learn. He criticized him. But after that, what happened? Duryodhana gave him kingdom and make him a king. Then after the war was going on, the height of the war, he told, now, Dronacharya, Guru, you become the chariot rider for Karna. Just to put Karna in a high mood. Because he knows Karna is very capable of destroying Pandavas. so that time he got offended. So anyway, now, Dhira Prashanta attribute is when he agreed to become the chariot rider for Pandava. Okay, charioteer, also the advisor, friend, messenger, and sometimes their bodyguard. Even Krishna became their bodyguard. Such an example as a result of devotional service towards Vishnu. When Krishna was speaking to Maharaj Yudhishthira about religious principle, he demonstrated himself to be the great learned scholar. But because he accepted the position of a younger cousin, okay, Yudhishthira's younger cousin, he was speaking very gentle tone, which enhanced the beauty of his bodily features. When he's talking to Yudhishthira, he spoke very humbly and gentle. All right? His movement of his eyes and the mode of his speech proved that he was very, very expert in giving moral instruction. Okay? Now, Yudhishthira Adiko, Dhira Shanta, Prakritita. Sometimes Maharaj Yudhishthira also accepted as learned scholar at Dhira Prashanta. All right? So the learned scholars also accepted, okay, as Dhira Prashanta because he is always very humble and meek. Dhirodatta, Matsaryavan, Ahankari, Mayavi, Roshanaschala, Vikatanascha, Vidvadbir, Dhirodatta, Udahirta. So now this Dhirodatha is okay. A person who is very envious, proud, easily angered, restless, and complacent is called Dhirodatha. Okay. Okay. So now, what is that now? Yata. Aha papin. Aha papin. Yavanindra dardura. Punar vyagutya sadyastvaya. Vasha putrachit andakupa kuhara. Krodedya nirmiyatam. Helottanita drishti matra. Basita brahmandanda bandapuro. Jagarni tvat upagrahaya. Vajaga Krishnotra Krishna Bidaha. Such qualities are visible in the character of Krishna also, because when he was writing a letter to Kalayavan, Krishna addressed him as the sinful frog. Okay, Krishna was writing a letter to Kalayavan. All right, when he wrote a letter to him, Krishna called him sinful frog. Okay, in his letter, Krishna advised Kalayavan that he should immediately go and find some dark well as his resident. Because there was a black snake named Krishna who was very eager to devour all such sinful frogs. Krishna reminded Kalayavan that he could turn all the universe to ashes simply by looking at them. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. Matsardya pratiyante doshatvena yadapyami Leela Vishesha Shalitvam Nirdoshetra Guna Smrta. Right? So now it's supposed to be 238, but now they make it upside down. Why? Editors note the verse 239 is placed before 238 to fit English text. To fit the English text, they made the adjustment. The above made statement of Krishna seems apparently to be an envious nature. But according to the different pastime, places, times, and qualities, he accepted the great characteristic. This is a great characteristic. Krishna's Dhirodatha qualities have been accepted as great because Krishna uses them. Even this kind of bad quality is considered great because Krishna uses them to what? To protect his devotee. All right. In other words, even undesirable trait may also be used to exchange for the devotional service. All right. So what we can understand from here, even undesirable trait or undesirable character can be also used in exchange of devotional service. Can anyone of you think any pastime of this? How we can use this kind of attitude for devotional service? Can anyone think of? Any example you can think of? Anyone?
Hanuman's anger.
Okay, Hanuman's anger, but that is anger. But here we're talking about, okay, what is that? Okay, let's see. We are talking about the qualities of envious, proud, easily angered, restless, complacent. Okay, yeah, correct. Yes, Hanuman's anger. Anything else? What is complacent? Hypocrite, cheating. Yes or not? I'll give you a good example. Prabhupada was about to start the London temple at Soho Street. He was looking for a deity. He got a place, but the deities that's supposed to come got some challenges. Suddenly, a North Indian guy called, I think he met the devotee, and he told, I got a deity of Krishna. Can you like to come and see? So what happened? But because there's some little crack, there's a crack on the deity or something like that. Then Prabhupada, they took Prabhupada, went and they took in a Volkswagen van, went to go and see. Huh? Yes, Vaishnava Prabhu? Right. So he went and wanted to see. So he went there with his devotee, I think Shama Sundara, if I'm not mistaken, went to see the deities. So he wanted to give, or for some reason I can't really see, but the story is like this. when he went, before Prabhupada could sense, these people got some intention in their mind. Got some intention. He went in, he started to talk something else. How's your life? How's life in London? You know, how's your family? Who's your background? This and that. He was not talking about the deities at all. That puzzled the host. The host will be thinking, I thought this Maharaj, Swamiji will come, will look at the deity. He just went in, but then the person says, Maharaj, can you just look at the deity? Ah, okay, let it be, let it be, let it be. Ah. Then who's your father? What's your Gotra? He's talking something which is out of the topic. Then after that, they're still wondering, you know. And even the disciples are wondering what Prabhupada is up to. Right? He was wondering. Then after he says, can you look at? Ah, okay, right, no problem. Then he just called up, then he called the disciple. Can you carry the date? Can you just carry? Is it heavy? Not heavy. All right, thank you so much. He took the deity and went off. You know, he kidnapped the deity right in front of their eyes. Just like how Krishna kidnapped he saved the wives from in front of their father and brothers. And they say, Maharaj, wait. No, it's okay. Thank you so much, it's okay. No problem. I'll take care of the deity. No, because I think they want to sell or they have some intention. First, Prabhupada went there, talk some stories. Then after that, he asked the deity, carry and see. And again, they say, can you look at the deity? He just took the deity, now put in the car. Okay, bye-bye. He just took and drove off. He told the guy, drive. And all the disciples were shocked. They couldn't believe their eyes. Their spiritual master just kidnapped the deity. Right? He took the deity and went off. Then he went to the next block. He said, stop. He said, open the deity. Then Prabhupada started to offer the prayer. And that's the deity of Soho Street. So what we understand from here? So sometimes we can also use this kind of undesirable traits can be used in the exchange of devotional service. Beautiful. Dhirodatastu vidyabir Bhima Senadi Uchate. Sometimes Bhima, the second brother of Pandava, also described Dhirodara. Why? Okay. Ambo Yata quoting. Ambo Bara Pranamrita Pranamra Jalada Prantim Pitan Vannaso Gora Dambara Suvikutam Utshipya Hastar Galam Durvara Paravarana Swayam Aham Labdosmi Krishnapuro Re Sridama Kuranga Sangarabuva Bangam Tom Angi Kuru. So now the story like once while fighting the demon who appeared like a deer, Krishna challenged him in this way. I have come before you as a great elephant named Krishna. You must leave the battlefield accepting defeat, or else you have to deal with death awaiting you. Okay, that's one example. All right, because this is what? Cunningness. All right, cunningness. All right. Now, mito virodinopya atra kechi nigadita guna harao nirankushaish varjyat kopi na syat asambhavaha. The challenging spirit of Krishna is not contradictory to his sublime character. It's no contradiction because he is the supreme being. Everything is possible in his character. Tata cha kurme atulas chanunas chaiva stulosnus chaiva sarvata avarna sarvata prokta shama rattanta lochana aishwarya yogat bhagavan virudartho vidiyate. There's a nice statement in Kurma Purana about these contradictory traits of Krishna. It is stated that there is a supreme person is neither very fat nor very thin. Stated that Krishna is not very fat, not very thin. He's always transcendental to material qualities. Yet his bodily luster is blackish. But even all this, his bodily is black. Okay? And eyes are reddish. And he's all powerful and is equipped with all different kinds of opulence. Tatapi dosha parame. Naiva harya katanchana. Guna viruddha apyete. Samaharya samantata. So contradictory traits. Another contradiction. That is, Krishna's person are not all surprising. Contrary in Krishna's person are not at all surprising. One should not consider the character of Krishna, the Supreme Personality, to be actually contradictory. We cannot say contradictory. All right? One should try to understand the traits of Krishna from authorities. We must understand the traits or the character of Krishna from the devotees. And try to understand how these characteristics are employed by the supreme will of the Lord. Right? Another example is when Bhima and Duryodhana was fighting, right? They were fighting and Duryodhana cannot be killed. He only have one weak point, his tie. While they were fighting, Krishna will be just hitting the tie. Bhima, hitting the tie. And after that, Bhima realized and strike the tie, and Duryodhana dies. And Duryodhana will be cursing Krishna. You are so not professional. In the fight, you cannot tell how to fight. Kick his head, kick his left. No, you cannot do that. But still, so that's the sum of it. So, but why he did that? All we should understand. But he can do anything as he will because he is the Supreme Lord. Mahavarahe cha. Sarve nitya shashvata. Cha dehastasya paratmana. Hano padana rahita. Naiva prakritija kvachit. Paramananda sandoha. Jnana matrascha sarvata. Sarve sarva gunai purna. Sarva dosha vivarjita. In Mahavaraha Purana, it is confirmed that the transcendental body of the Supreme and his expansions exist eternally. Such bodies never material. Okay, they are completely spiritual and full of knowledge. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. They are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. All right? Krishna is the reservoir of all transcendental love, bliss. But here is transcendental qualities. That's why we do deep studies. We understand. Right? Why? Who's talking? Mahavaraha Purana. Because they are quoting of Varaha. Varaha is a Katupandi, boar. Very abominable. But he says, even if you can think anything, all these characters are forever, eternal. And they're not material. And they're completely spiritual and full of knowledge. Even in the form of a boar, Katupandi, still is a reservoir of all the good qualities are there. Transcendental qualities. Vaishnava Tantrepi. Okay, quoting from Vaishnava Tantra. Atadasha Mahadoshai. Rahita Bhagavat Tanuhu. Sarve Sharya Mayi Satya. Vinyanananda Rupini. Antadasha Mahadosha. Yata Vishnu Yamala. Okay, it's quoting from Vishnu Yamala Purana. All right, Yamala Purana. There's another quotation here. Mohastandriya Brahmo. Ruksha Rasata Kama Ulbana. Lolata Mada Matsarya. Hingsa Keda Parishramau. Asatya Krodha Akanksha. Ashanka Vishva Vibrama. Vishamatvam Parapeksha. Dosha Ashata Doshitaha. So now in Vishnu Yamala Tantra, as a statement, right, it says, because personality of Godhead and his expanded body are always full of knowledge. Who? The personality of Godhead and his expanded bodies. What does it mean by expanded bodies? That means Krishna and his incarnation. All right? His incarnation. That means he's taken a kind of fish, boar, half man, half lion. All that incarnation. Haladara. I mean, hate. What heat is that? Horse hate. Right? So all these things is like all this. Okay, it's all full of knowledge. Okay, full of knowledge, bliss and eternity. Full of knowledge, bliss and eternity means what? Satchit Ananda Vigraha. They are always free from the 18 kinds of material contamination. There's no contamination there. So what is that 18 kind of material contamination? Please underline. First is illusion, fatigue, error, roughness, material lust, restlessness, pride, envy, violence, disgrace, exhaustion, untruth, anger, hankering, dependence, desire to the Lord over the universe, seeing duality and cheating. All right. So these are the 18 characteristics. So where's another place that we can quote? All right, we can quote from the invocation of Ishopanishad. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Even there's expansion. Krishna expanded. That means even the expansion of the expansion is still considered perfect. Example, if I got a candle, you come and take my candle, and maybe a Shashwata Prabhu will come and take fire from me, my candle. He keep it very carefully and bring to Johor. And after that, he give to other friends. And like that, still the fire remain a fire. It doesn't, okay, that means I don't lose my capacity. Oh, that means my candle has lost the heat. No, it's still equal. So like that. So even Krishna is all that. Even there's a lot of extended expansion, but still is called Sachit Ananda Vigraha. So now we understand, we learn something new, 18 kinds of material contamination. Please underline. First is illusion. Second is fatigue, tired, very tired. Number 3, error, to make mistake. Roughness, that means you are not gentle. Material lust, I want money. I want this, I want that. I want to buy more gold. You know, I want to buy gold. I want to do this, all material lust. Restlessness, you feel very agitated. Pride, you know, who am I? Envy, when you see people are progressing. Violence, by eating meat. Eating meat is violence. Oh, I'm a very sadhu. I don't, yari ஏமாத்த மாட்டேன். But you eat meat. You're part of the violence, murder, and eating the carcass. That's so disgraceful, disgusting. Eating a dead body. If the dead body died naturally, you eat is fair enough. But you kill that dead body. You kill that animal. Oh, I don't kill the animal. I buy from the market. Yeah, because of you, you are encouraging someone to put a knife on the throat. Can you imagine? Try to take a knife and put on your throat. How it feels. And slithed open. You know, when just a little fire, you see, we are all pain, you know, say like a hot water pouring, oh, like that. Imagine when the throat is cut. The amount of pain and suffering. After that, just to, yeah, you die. Yeah, blood is oozing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And after that, you just take the thing and marinate everything. Oh, wow. That is madness. That is violence. Disgrace. Sometimes we make mistake. Disgrace. Disgraceful. Sometimes we act foolishly in front of people. Or we humiliate. Exhaustion. Exhausted. That means you become like very extremely tired. Untruth. Okay, don't speak the truth. Anger. Suddenly become angry. Then hankering. Hankering means what? Ekam. I wish I have that. I wish I'd studied in my school. I got a scholarship to do law. Look at me. I wish I can do that. I wish I strike first prize in my KTM. Kuda Toto Magnum. Mapu. Strike first prize. Oh, I wish I can have first prize lottery. I wish. Hankering. Then dependence. Right? You have to depend on someone to do something. Desire to lord over the universe or over the place. When I come to the temple, I am the leader. I am the Mande. People have to follow me. Right? The temple, house, the place around, or even the universe. Seeing duality. Duality means what? Oh, the flow is from there, you know, you see the differences in a people, especially devotees. All right? Like the day they were saying, you know, he's a family, you know, the flow from that family, you know, that family. I said, what are you talking? Who cares about the flow from that family? Why are you talking like as though he got a stroke? Doesn't matter from which family he came from. He's a Vaishnava today. No. I'm just saying. No need to say, I don't want to know. I just cut him off. I told him off very nastily. He's very offended with me. I say, I can't be bothered. So seeing the duality. Right? Oh, this is my friend. Extra prasadam. Oh, this is my friend. Extra maha prasadam. Right? Take all the maha prasadam and hide it and give to your kuncho and giving to your kongsi, right? Giving to your people. Oh, he's a big donor. Donor is coming. Put for him garland. Put for him this. Ah, this fella is a devotee. Ah, no need lah. He's a lousy fella. Duality. Cheating. All right. So these are the 18 qualities we understand. So please, my dear Prabhus and mothers, write it down, these 18 qualities in your journal and try to see, do you have any of these qualities or not? And the bad news is, if you have any of these qualities, you cannot go back home back to Godhead. This all called under anarthas. I have it. I myself, I always tell myself, you definitely will never go back home back to Godhead. I'll go to Yamahate. Right? But try to solve it. The good news is, all these 18 things can be easily overcome. Without hard work, easily overcome. How? Simply listen to Hari Katha and chant your Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hari Katha and Harinam Japa. These two must go parallel. You must give your time to do Hari Katha. Hari Katha means what? Reading. Reading the books or listening to the lectures, speaking. When you gather with some devotees, right? Sometimes you just can call Prabhu or Mataji, can you like to come over to my house? I think I've read something very interesting in Bhagavad Gita. Let's have Hari Katha. Invite them in that way. When you meet someone, oh, you know that don't ever do any kind of prajalpa. Only Hari Katha. And chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You will be surprised. And of course, you're checking and balancing your life. Right? Were you fatigued? Why? Were you this thing fatigued? That means I'm very tired. Why? Because you didn't sleep at night. Why you didn't sleep at night? Because suddenly I saw on TikTok, I got carried away this thing. So because of that nonsense TikTok, I'm so fatigued. I wake up at 4 o'clock because I have to do Mangala Arati and I start to chant. Done lah. Okay, done. Just take the, you take the ghee lamb, you must offer it so nicely. But because I'm extremely tired, shum, 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 like a Superman. Sometimes even the ghee lamb, the thing also will disappear, will aninjino. All right. Then after that, you go there. Then after that, you do all this thing. You chant Hare Krishna. Later can chant lah. Go and take a sleep. Round 2. Then you wake up. After you wake up round 2, what happened? You become even more tired. So what will happen? What will happen to you? You'll go into exhaustion. Exhausted. You wake up and go to work. And you go to work, you're exhausted. All right? Exhausted, you go to work. And suddenly it can easily trigger to anger. Anger will come out. And sometimes they ask you, what happened to the work you're supposed to do? Oh, God, I left it in the house. I say, how can it be? No. I will bring it. Or maybe I'll go back, I scan and send to you. All right? You become untruthful. Then you become cheating. You are cheating. Right? You're supposed to. Is it, I think I'm not feeling kind of well. Can I just take a short break? I like to take this thing. Right? Or go to the doctor and say, oh, I'm not well. Cheating. Taking MC and go back to sleep. So just one. Then I know all this because of this stupid TikTok. So what I do? But I wrote in my journal, yes, because of this nonsense TikTok, my whole day is spoiled. So the next day, when the time comes, time for TikTok, what do? Immediately you disable, you disable TikTok. You resign from TikTok. You come out of it. You delete the TikTok. And he said, from now onwards, there's no TikTok. There's only Hare Krishna. So you try to go back early and start the next day, everything start to recover. That is how you should do balancing. All right. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. Ittam sarva vattarabhyas tatopi attara vattarina. Vrajendra nandane sushtu madhurya bara irita. Regarding the above mentioned statement, it is understood that Mahavishnu is the source of all incarnation in this material world. What? It is, we understand that Mahavishnu is the source of all incarnation in the material world. But because of his greater extraordinary opulence, we can understand that the son of Nanda Maharaj is the source of Mahavishnu also. So Mahavishnu, that means you understand? From Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshai, from Garbhodakshai, Shirodakshai, from Shirodakshai, all the avatar. But now we understand the son of Nanda Maharaj, that Sri Krishna himself, is the source of the creation of Mahavishnu. Okay? Now, Tatacha Brahma Sanghitayam Adi Purusha Rahasye. Alright? So now he's quoting from Brahma Sanghita. Yasya Kanishva Shita Kalam Atavalambya Jivanti Loma Bilaja Jagat Andanataha Vishnur Mahansa Iha Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Right? What he says here. This is confirmed in Brahma Sanghita, wherein he stated, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Govinda, who partial represented, look at this word, who partial representation is the Mahavishnu. Is partial, it's not complete, only a partial, a part of him is Mahavishnu. The gigantic form of Mahavishnu is the source of the generation. The gigantic form of Mahavishnu is the source of generation of innumerable universe. How? What does that mean? So, the gigantic form Mahavishnu who sleeps in the Karna ocean, from his body all the bubble come out, and he's the source of generation of what? Innumerable ocean, universe. Every bubble become every universe. All right? At the same time, innumerable universe are also coming out of his exhaling breath. He blew out. All the universe time. When he inhales, everything will go back. Okay? So, exhaling breath, at the same universe are going back into him in his inhaling breath. Inhaling. Then after that he says, Mahavishnu is also plenary portion of the portion of Krishna. So, plenary portion of a portion. That means Krishna's portion, from that portion, another portion. You got it? Like this. I have one bowl of rice. All right, I'm serving you. So I'm serving Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu. I put a yellow for him, banana leaf. I start to put him. Vaishnava Prabhu was looking somewhere. Then suddenly he looked at it. Hey, why you put so much? Oh my God, so much of rice, Prabhu. I don't need this much. But I cannot take the rice and put back into the bowl. I can't do that. So you know what happened? So, and there's another devotee by the side. Okay, let's see who. Okay, say like Nanda Devi Mataji is sitting at the side. And Vaishnava Prabhu says, Mataji, this is a lot for me. Can you take some? He said, okay, Prabhu, sure. They haven't served me food yet. So what Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, I've not touched, I've not eaten, it's still fresh. Please take. No, you please take. So what Vaishnava Prabhu do? He take a portion of that rice and put for Nanda Devi Mataji. So that is called portion of the portion. But the original portion is from the pot. So that's why it says the Mahavishnu is also plenary portion of a portion. Of a portion means a small portion of Krishna, plenary portion. We will study that in Brahma in Srimad Bhagavatam Tat Canto. Right? So that's the thing. So we understand from this. So this is the secret of this thing. So Krishna is this thing. Okay. So now is starting the next chapter. Okay, we have already done chapter 4 and it's already 11. So how, my dear devotees? Are you all okay? Is it too much of heavy information today? What happened? Shall we stop?
Till what time, Prabhu? Because I have to send my daughter to the airport afterwards.
Ah, okay. All right.
What time?
If that-
What?
Okay. Then that means all right. So mark your book. We have already done 23. All right. Such a beautiful chapter. And now we're going to talk on 24 tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow, okay, tomorrow is also a short this thing. Okay, so we will discuss 24 on Sunday. Tomorrow is Tolo Intan Radha Yatra. All the devotees are going. And of course, there's no class tomorrow. No class tomorrow. The next class, we're going to continue on Sunday evening. All right. But another thing, if because I got some task to do tonight, if that task is cancelled, no, I don't think so. It'll cancel. Okay, just forget it. Never mind. All right. So we'll meet again on Sunday evening. Sunday evening, because Sunday Ipo, there's no program because of Radha Yatra. Even we can meet up in the morning, and also we can do in the evening. If it's okay with all of you, you can just share it in the group. All right. If it's okay for this thing. So any questions, any takeaway, anything you like to ask, anything you like to share? How's the session today? Come on. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, what is Prajalpa? Good question. Prajalpa means talking nonsense. What they call Prajalpa means talking unnecessarily. In English, they call idle talk. Okay, Mataji?
So, Prabhu, let's say our friend is telling her story of what happened or something that she went through. Is that Prajalpa or is it our duty to listen to our friend?
No, Prajalpa means
talking
something which is not related, talking nonsense, gossiping.
Okay, purely for entertainment purposes, that's all.
Gossiping, like say, like for instance, when a person in distress talking to you, you are helping her.
Okay.
But say like for instance, you just come there, you say, is your child married? Your daughter married? Oh, my daughter married. Oh, for my son. Oh, that lady gave her 100-pound gold dowry, This is called Prajalpa.
Oh, okay.
Or sometimes in the temple, some people will be talking which is not related, talk nonsense. Or in other words, talking nonsense. Prajalpa means talking nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah. So today on leave, huh?
Yeah, today holiday Sultan Perak, so that's why I can join the.
So please work on your Kampa Yuta, Mataji. I've already got one guy, a lecturer. He's arranging. He's a lecturer there. Then he can arrange with the student council. So if it's from January onwards, we can do the university preaching.
Okay.
Raman, right? Yuta means University Tunku Raman.
Yes.
So we can penetrate. Eventually, we can start to do university preaching. So that is my my ideal for next year, January.
Okay.
Every Saturday morning. All right.
Okay. All
Any
right.
other questions? Any other questions?
No problem. I'm okay.
All right. Vaishnav Prabhu, Chanalakshmi Mataji, Tachaini Mataji, Karpia Saras Mataji, Nandadevi Mataji. All okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So if there's no questions, we end the session here. We'll continue again on Sunday. All right. I hope that today I feel very ecstatic. I feel so good about it talking about Krishna's pastime. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for showing your enthusiasm. Because of your enthusiasm, we are sitting here and studying. All right. We meet again on Sunday. All right. Till then, have a wonderful day. And those who are around this area, if you get a chance, please come and join the Radha Yatra festival. Tolo Intan Radha Yatra. If not, just go and join any of your Sunday program Yatra. And now we understand how we should look at Krishna. We should look at him with all love and, these things. So we understand the qualities, the Dhira and Lalita Dhira Prashanta, and try to imbibe, try to see the Lord according to this kind of emotional understanding. All right. Till then, have a nice day. Vancha kalpatarubhescha kripa sindhu bevacha patitanam pavinibhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. Hari Bol.